This is something that I wanted to say for a long time. And not gonna lie, I have tried a few times trying to get it heard, like by posting comments on official Asphalt posts and Reddit communities, but Gameloft, by any stretch of imagination, just doesn't seem to care at all. But while we are at this video, I invite you all to discuss your opinion and constructive suggestions, if you have any, for Starway Event. I'm not gonna lie, there was nothing much to crack as to why this is happening. However, in order to put things simpler, I have summarized things into 4 questions and 1 issue to put before you. I'll let you guys know what I think, and feel free in the comment section to let me know what do you all think is the primary cause. So let's do it. Question number 1. Why are there only 3 cars for the Starway event? Well, I think that to understand this controversy, you need to look at the Starway event with a different lens. I mean, imagine a bigger picture here. When you look at the Starway event in general, even with the stumbling block of not having the final stage, it is pretty much a free event, unless you are in the game like 2 weeks ago. If you have been playing for the past decent amount of time and have been making reasonable progress, there is no benefit of doubt as to why you won't be able to play the Starway. If not for all cars, then for EVO at least. Let's answer this question here. The thing is that Starway was introduced in 2022, approximately during these days as we are talking right now. At that time, if my calculations are not wrong, there were approximately like 170 cars in the game. And as to why more cars were not included in the Starway event to give away for free, the reason was that Gameloft doesn't want us to have a free access to every car. Even though the cars like Chrysler MC12 and Spano GTA Spano, which are no beneficial at all even for multiplayer or events, why do they exist? Well, to put a paywall in a special event. Don't let them access to the car and they won't be able to participate in the event without paying. Gameloft's philosophy. Question number 2. Are there any margin to improve the Starway? Well, I won't say no to it, but I think they need to be completely revamped. Imagine the picture of Bugatti Chiron special event or Regera special event or showroom event for cars like Volkswagen W12. I think that Starway can be like that. It can last just as much longer for 14 or 21 days with a wider selection of cars instead of just 6. We used to say that Starway is a grindy event, but after seeing the special hunt, I won't call them grinding anymore. It is like you won't realize something is bad unless you're seeing it getting worse and worse. I hope you get where I'm referring. While ignorance can be a bliss, staying ignorant can be catastrophic. But one thing that Special Hunt is better than Starway is that they also give you the epics of the car. But we have our own problem with the hunts and I'm not gonna discuss them here. Let's put it simply this way. I want this hypothetical Starway event to be giving away all the blueprint of the car, without excluding the last car and including the epics. While this may sound too good to be true or impossible to be happening, I don't mind if they make the Starway grindier like Special Hunt. But that shouldn't be like grindier to impossible extent. While the normal Starway had like 90 or 98 conditions reward, this new revamped hypothetical Starway event can have like 500 conditions reward. Because let's face it, we already have faced that in the game in the form of exclusive event. It is just whales who do them after spending money. These conditions seems to be doable when you have the money to serve over the wave, but for the Starway, when you are meant to use beginner cars, I think there is no slouch to grind a little with them, because in the end, all you get will be reps for clubs and decent sprinkle of the small reward. As soon as you have collected all the resources for the car, if this new hypothetical Starway started not showing up, then I don't mind it. Question number 3. Are there any benefits of widening up the scope of Starway to multiple cars? Well, there are some benefits, but we didn't get to notice this thing because the scope of the Starway was kept limited. But if it is made widened, then you will start to see a different variety of cars participating in multiplayer. Rare cars that are seldomly seen in multiplayer will start to appear frequently, and chances are you may tend to compete with other cars besides Huracan, Grand Sport, BC, Apertas, Apollo N, VLF Force 1v10 and other cars. Another benefit is that you will start to see different cars in the Club Clash too, as your rival for lap time. Besides that, while a lot of players are boycotting the game, when players are gifted with free cars, the impression of the game, at least for time being, turned positive. So widening up the scope of the Starway event, even to minute extent, can give a lot of positive impression towards Gameloft, if they really careful. Question number 4. What are the cars suitable to be brought in the scope of Starway event? Nope. Don't do that. I know what you guys thinking. Don't start to type that Hennessy Venom F5 should have the Starway event in the comments. To answer this question, I'm not gonna lie, it is extremely tempting to just put every single car that you want to get in the comment section that yeah, this car should have the Starway event. However, in order to make it simple, I would like to give all of you 10 slots to choose. You can be ridiculous with your options, but I would advise you to select from the cars that are in the game at least for the past 3 years. Now my choice for the cars are simple. I think Mercedes-Benz SLR, Corvette ZR1, W Motor Fenner Supersport, Zenvo TS1, Siena R1, Ferrari 812 Superfast, Lamborghini Terzo Millennio and GT Bassett 1 should be made part of the Starway event. If you look closely, I have picked one random car, and besides that, I have picked the cars that are in the reward for the multiplayer section and the cars that are available to buy in Legend Store using trade point. The reason is that you all know that how much annoying the classic seasons tend to be. It feels like annoyance from random knockdown just never seems to end. And it takes a lot of grind just to get to 2 blueprints of featured car in the classic season, which is, mind you will only be able to get by 0.1% luck because you finish the series while being in platinum thinking that you will get ZR1 blueprints while the card pack will give you accurate blueprint. Yeah, it is a real pain. And about the car from the Legend store, well, I have seen R1 at max, but I don't feel any motivation to buy Ferrari 812 Superfast and Turbo blueprint because they are just not viable like anywhere. Besides that, a single Turbo blueprint costs 4000 trade coin. Add another 2000 to that sum and you can buy an epic for a low-end car. And since it is meant that you have to collect like 200 blueprint for the Turbo, 4000 for a single blueprint is way too pricey. So these two should be given away for free unless you have like truckload of trade coin. And in the end, I like the GT Bassett one. I have like sweet and soft spot for cars that have bad acceleration but really good top speed because they sometimes demolish the competition in Ghost Slipstream. Finally, in the end, let's discuss the one wrong thing in my opinion with the Starway, which is the last star stage. Well, Huracan, Onyx and Speedtail are without doubt some of the best cars that you can get in the game for free, but the last star stage was criminal. Also, well, you all know, because for 5-star car, you could start it up to 4-star, and for 6-star car, you could only start it up to 5-star. And it was like Gameloft doing us a favor that boomerang, because all the 3 cars will have some disadvantage while they are not star up to max rank. Few of us have tried to manipulate the system by trying to claim blueprints multiple time, but few have succeeded while the rest failed. So, will this issue ever be addressed? I don't know. Even with the advent of the Asphalt Legend Unite, I still won't carry high hopes for it. But we will see. Maybe we may find another way to unlock the cars of our desire, or maybe they try different things with the Starway with the arrival of this new extension to the game. However, for some reason, if you are blindly chasing cars that are in the elite events, then you need to check out this video next.